Let's welcome in former Coach of the Year, Avery Johnson here. Avery, I mean, and hearing this, Steph Curry out for a couple of weeks, looking at that road schedule for the Warriors, none of this is good news for them right now.
No, none of it's good news, but if you look at their struggles on the road and basically overall this season, this can turn out to potentially be a positive for the Warriors. And why do I say that? This team has always been reliant on Steph Curry. A lot of times the ball always finds Steph Curry early in the shot clock, late in the shot clock, but their young players have struggled this year. And this will give a chance, this gives a chance for the young players to really step up and know that Steph Curry's not walking through the door. So you have to play at a high level. Your preparation's got to be better. Your practice, your focus, detail. So this gives the Warriors the chance for the young players to play a lot more minutes and to step up in a major way and to try to stop this skid, especially on the road.
All right, Avery, no Steph Curry. You talked about how the young players need to step up. Let's put you in that coaching position. You're looking at your roster. How do you start trying to even things out without him there? Who are you looking to over the next couple of weeks?
Oh, definitely Jordan Poole. He's the guy because, he's the future of the franchise. They invested in Jordan Poole in the offseason with the big extension. So this is an opportunity for him to play 40 minutes a game. Anytime you need a rest, ask Steve Kerr to call a timeout. You need to play. You need your best ability is availability and play at a high level. Jordan Poole has talked about being, potentially being a consistent starter. Well, this is your opportunity to make sure that you're in the lineup every night. And also, guys, like the Klay Thompson of the world, to see if he can string together some really consistent games. They are going to have to continue to play through Draymond Green. We understand that. But I'm looking specifically at Jordan Poole to up his production, especially on the offensive end, to see if he can average a consistent 25 plus points a game and be the go-to guy at the end of games and to lead the team from behind the three-point line. He's a much improved driver. So he's the one guy I'm pointing at right now.
Avery, there aren't a lot of details about specifically what's wrong with his shoulder. We saw it happen on the court there. He went out, never came back in. We're hearing out a couple weeks with a shoulder injury. Are you worried about when he does come back, he's going to be limited in any capacity, or will they keep him out until he's fully ready to go?
I'm not worried, only if it was the right shoulder. It was the left shoulder. So, here's a guy, he shoots the ball so good, he has the flow of the game. But again, it's not his shooting arm. It's his offhand, it's off shoulder. As long as he can get that left hand up in what we call the guide position to get that ball set, he'll be just fine. So I think he'll have a solid recovery. They got one of the best training staffs in all the sports. He is a guy that takes really good care of his body. And because of the way he takes care of his body, he eats right, he'll be able to recover, I think, at an accelerated rate. And I think when he's ready, the day that he's ready, they'll probably make him sit out 2 or 3 more days or games just to make sure. But expect Steph Curry to make a full, speedy recovery, and he'll come back sooner than what normal guys would come back with the same type of injury.
Avery, you're painting all of this with not a bad picture. You're saying he's going to come back. He's going to be healthy. He's strong. He's going to be good to go. Saying, look, we're going to see young guys hopefully step up in his place. Maybe they'll get that road record in order here. Let's look at the Warriors as a whole right now. Look, they are sitting 10th in the West. That doesn't sound so good, but when you look at it, they're really only 5 games out of first there because it is so tight right now. Where do you put the Warriors in the West as this season rolls around? Are they still there with those top teams?
Yeah, and they'll finish in the top 6, so they'll avoid the play-in game scenario. They're a team that I don't believe necessarily, when they're healthy, need home court advantage to win a playoff series, especially in the first round. So even if they finish, 4th or 5th, they finish 4th, obviously they'll have home court. But if they land somewhere around the 5th seed, I think they'll be just fine. This team is hard to beat. when they're healthy. It's hard to win 4 games against them in a 10-day period, especially with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, if they're healthy. And you look at Wiggins, the way he's improved. They got the championship pedigree, and a lot of the other teams have so many glaring weaknesses, not in the regular season, but come playoff time. Maybe they're not as good a rebounding team, defensive team. They definitely don't have the three-point shooting prowess in the clutch like the Warriors. So again, they don't necessarily need home court advantage, but they'll avoid the play-in, and they'll be one of the top 6 teams in the time.
Avery Johnson, we appreciate it. If I am a Golden State fan, you have taken my blood pressure and brought it down just a little bit. Avery Johnson, former NBA Coach of the Year, here talking about Steph Curry out for the next couple of weeks, dealing with a shoulder injury. Warriors have some work to do without him and on the road. Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.